Crazy. Hey, Kara Khan.
Hello again. Look at this pretty shoe.
Okay, so this is, all right, I want to just talk about for a moment. I mean, you're a stylist, so you see this. And you, I mean, first of all, you pair a lot of outfits together for me.
It's my pleasure.
But you also have a client base that you do this for.
Yes.
What's the deal with all the scallop details? I feel like every influencer, I see it on you. What's the sitch?
Femininity, softness. It's sort of and it can be done in so many different ways as far as footwear. It can be done on tops. It can be done in scarves and jewelry. So you're right to notice this sort of scalloping, and it's all about that sort of femininity and that softness that it adds to a shoe like this. But then we've also given you the studs on this particular example, so it sort of adds a little bit of edge. This is just a fabulous, fabulous little espadrille.
Kara brings us Marc Fisher, who that man just has the design of shoes in his genetics, truly.
He really does.
Dad, starting 9 West, it's so good. We have 3 colors for you with this clearance priced espadrille that you're seeing, and it's less than $60. We've got 4 easy payments, and we actually just took the price down today, so super pumped. The color that you have in your hand is periwinkle.
And it is a really beautiful light blue with a touch of purple. It's a true periwinkle. You can see it against my jeans here. It's very denim friendly. It's soft. It's pastel. It's pretty. So that's the periwinkle. It's going to have silver studs, and they all are going to have this beautiful crochet toe. And this is real leather. Great quality leather. Covered buckle. That is the periwinkle.
Cute. Then the color of the season.
The color of the season. But treat yourself to a pair of white shoes if you don't already have a pair. This is also a great way to do white because it's got that espadrille bottom, because it's comfortable, and because if you don't love your feet or you want something closed-toed and closed-heeled, that's exactly what this is, but it's still spring and summer appropriate.
I also think how great with this quality of white leather, because if something happens to it, it's super easy to clean.
It really is. It really is. I've actually used one of those like magic erasers at times if I ever get and surprisingly, because it is real leather, it just wears beautifully.
Yeah, so I think you'll be very surprised with how it wears throughout the summer.
And it comes with its own anklet. I mean, come on, check that out. Comes with its own anklet. I tell you.
Most notably in the light gold.
That's right. In the gold, it comes with a gold anklet and gold stud details. So I love that.
So
the
nice.
studding detail is just a really cool sort of subtle touch. It just steps up, turns up the volume on this kind of shoe, on this, you know, what can be sort of a very, very casual shoe. And this can, but we've turned it up a notch with that, you know, sort of jewelry grade detail around your ankle. It really is a fabulous shoe.
There's fewer than 700 to go around. And remember, with it being real leather, espadrille, sitting about a ½ an inch off the ground, great time to be investing, because I think one of the things that like I always take advantage of when we're like working out or in the sauna, like about clothes. I'm like, ooh, let me ask the stylist. This checks all the boxes off of what you want out of all in fashion for the season, and it's only in your shoes.
That's true. And actually, I really do think some of these movements that we see in fashion, it's a great place to do it is footwear.
Yeah.
It's a great place to sort of experiment or perhaps, you know, just sort of push your comfort zone and a little bit. And what I do say is if something inspires you, if this sort of makes your heart pitter patter, then go for it. You can see it's nice and flexible. It's got that rubberized bottom and a very padded insole.
Which normally is not the case with an espadrille. You're like, oh, I should try to run over it with a car like I did in my point shoes back in the day.
Or your baseball glove, which we did with my son's baseball glove. Truly, I thought he left it under the car. My husband's like, no, I put it under the car on purpose to break it in. I digress. I digress.
But the things that we would do to soften great leather goods up.
That's right. And now I feel like with fashion, you know, everything can be so ripped up. I always joke that they've run it over with a car and then, you know, double the price.
Sent it to you.
Yeah, double the price after running it over with a car and then sent it to me. But you know what's nice about this espadrille too, Courtney, is that it does have that rubberized bottom, whereas a lot of espadrilles, it's almost just like a rope or jute bottom, where you can almost physically wear through it. This has a very padded insole, really comfortable insole, and that rubberized outsole.
I'd also like to brag on this because, you know, you and I both love a heel from Marc Fisher,
Yes, we
all
do.
day comfort, and we love the way that it elongates our legs, but I do think with the way that the toe is shaped with the scalloping, you get that length without committing to the height.
You get that length, but you also, if you notice with that scalloping toe, the way it cuts it off just a tiny bit of that crochet toe, it actually makes your foot look even sort of more dainty.
Yes.
So if you are someone who's a little bit perhaps insecure about the size of your foot, and a lot of times women with larger feet will say to me that they don't love wearing flats because they feel like it makes their feet look too long. The way this crochet toe has been done, it almost shortens the look of the foot a little bit, but still making it, you know, sort of natural, its beautiful shape.
Because there's just not a woman that I know that's like, what's your best quality? My feet. They're great, crushing it every day. You know?
Oh man, you're right.
You know, and the longer you stand on them, the more unflattering they are. And so for me, as somebody who stands on her feet a lot, this is like the insurance policy that as your feet begin to swell, as you become uncomfortable throughout the day, you still like are pretty, you're dainty, and you can take all those extra steps if you want. The white looks great on you.
Thank you. I am loving this white, I have to say. And it's just so comfortable. I'm really appreciating the coverage. It's one of those shoes, if you don't have a pedicure or you didn't paint your toes, don't worry about it. But you're still, no matter what color you choose, this is a fabulous spring and summer shoe without being open toe. So that's a really nice thing that it's sometimes hard to find.
Absolutely. You have the periwinkle.
Yes.
You're wearing the white.
Yes.
And then the light gold is most popular. So the light gold is going to be the only one with the gold studs. White and periwinkle have the silver studs. Less than $60. First day at this price. And remember, even though it's clearance, it has never been worn. It is still very much of the season.
And it's real leather.
We just have to make room for more Marc Fisher because we want more Marc Fisher.
Yes, you do. Trust me, I've seen what's coming down the pipeline. You want more.
Did you find a babysitter?
No. If anybody's out there, if anyone's out there and can babysit my 9 and 5-year-old tonight, our babysitter got sick and we had these tickets to a fundraiser